Janarani students, as you know that we are doing a lecture series of class 10th history, and this is the fourth part of your second chapter, nationalism in India. Now in this lecture we will study about the non-cooperation Khilafat movement and how and why this movement started. So let us first understand what was the Khilafat issue. Actually, as you know, in the First World War, the Central Powers, in which Germany, Ottoman Empire, and the Austria-Hungary Empire were participating, they lost this First World War, and Britain, America, France, etc., which were on the Allied side, they won. So the First World War had ended with the defeat of Ottoman Turkey. Now here is the picture where you can see what Ottoman Empire actually was, and uh, you can see that this empire actually extended to a very large area and covered uh, many countries within itself. Turkey was the main country of the Ottoman Empire, and there were rumors that a harsh peace treaty was going to be imposed on the Ottoman Emperor. Here in the second picture, you can see the Ottoman Emperor. These were the rumors that Britain, America, France, etc., who won this First World War, they are going to impose very harsh treaty on this Ottoman Emperor. So you must also know that this Ottoman Emperor basically was the spiritual head of Islamic world, and he was known as the Khalifa. So all over the world, the Muslim community used to respect the Khalifa, means the emperor of the Ottoman Empire, and they followed the instructions of this Khalifa. To defend the Khalifa's temporal powers, a Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919. Because we know that Muslims were also living in India, so as all around the world, they were very agitated by this act of allied powers. So in India also, there was a committee which was formed in Bombay in 1919 March. 1919 मार्च के महीने में एक कमिटी फॉर्म की गई इस इशू को लेकर के, इसका विरोध करने के लिए, बिकॉज द ब्रिटिशर्स वर रूलिंग इन इंडिया and the Britishers were imposing this treaty on the Khalifa. So the Indian Muslims were planning to oppose then government, British government. So this all was happening, and there were two young leaders. You have to remember their names because this is very important from the exams point of view. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. These were the two young generation Muslim leaders who were leading this Khilafat movement, or you can say that they formed this Khilafat committee to lead this movement. Now Mahatma Gandhi started discussing with these young leaders about how they can unite Hindus and Muslims together and make this Khilafat committee blend with this Swaraj movement. And because as you know that in the previous Rowlatt Satyagraha, although it was very effective and many people participated, but this Rowlatt Satyagraha was limited to only cities and towns, and Mahatma Gandhi actually wanted a more broad-based movement, and he knew that this was only possible when Hindus and Muslims uh, are brought together. So this was a golden opportunity for Mahatma Gandhi to raise the Khilafat issue, and take the Muslims with the Hindus in the movement of Swaraj. So he started discussing this with Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, and at the Calcutta session of September 1920, he convinced other leaders of the need to start a non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat as well as for Swaraj. So this was the idea which was proposed in the Calcutta session in September 1920. Mahatma Gandhi tried to convince other leaders of the Congress that we should start a non-cooperation movement and we should also support Khilafat. Uh, and we Hindus and Muslims can together work for Swaraj in this way. So in the third picture, you can here see that the where is the Turkey and how far it is from India. So you have an idea what is the location of this country about which we are talking. So it is also important to keep track of the locations of various places that you come across in your NCERT, because this is also a very important part of your study. Now let us move ahead and let us see why Khilafat was started and how this was merged with the non-cooperation movement of Mahatma Gandhi. So this all we have already discussed, and now you can see this on screen also, that World War One Ottoman Empire was defeated and British side won, and the British and allies reduced the power of the Sultan and captured areas of Turkey. And there were rumors that a harsh peace treaty was going to be imposed on him, and the Sultan of Turkey was considered religious and spiritual leader. So Muslims of all over the world were very agitated by this act of allied powers. Muslims all over the world were trying to oppose this act of British and allies. Now, let us see a few important points that we have already discussed. You must note them down in your notebook for the revision purpose. So these are the important points. Gandhiji found an opportunity to unite Muslims against British, and a Khilafat committee was formed all over the All India Khilafat Committee, which was headed by Muhammad and Shaukat Ali. Gandhiji proposed this in Calcutta session, and the Calcutta session, there were many Congress leaders which really were not convinced with the proposal of Gandhiji, and they said that we should not interfere with the religious matters of Muslims. So all this happened. Now you should see the pictures of these two leaders and a few more to realize how important this movement was for Hindu and Muslim unity. So these are the two young leaders. Here Gandhiji and Muslim leader are sharing the stage, and this way the non-cooperation Khilafat movement was launched. Now, one more thing that is very often asked in board exams, that why non-cooperation? Why Gandhiji chose the path of non-cooperation? Why not some other way? So this is clearly understood by this paragraph that in 1990, yeah, sorry, 1909, Gandhiji wrote a book named Hind Swaraj. This is very important from multiple choice question point of view. So you must remember that Hind Swaraj was written by Gandhiji and it was written in 1909. And in this book, Gandhiji declared that British rule was established in India with the cooperation of Indians. And the rule of Britishers had survived only because we were cooperating with them. We joined their services, we supported them in making their stand in India. And if Indian refuse to cooperate, if the Indians refuse and decide that we will no more cooperate with the Britishers, then the British rule of India would collapse, and that too within a year, and Swaraj would come. So you see here that it was a very, uh, very early written by Mahatma Gandhi that he was a he had a plan of not supporting Britishers. That means not cooperating with the Britishers. So this is why Mahatma Gandhi chose the path of non-cooperation. So finally, Gandhiji proposed that it should begin with the surrender of titles because many prominent leaders and members of the Indian society were recognized by the Britishers and they were awarded by the Britishers. They were given titles by the Britishers. So it means that the Britishers themselves considered that these people are very important uh, members of the community. Basically, these were from the field of science and literature, etc. So Gandhiji proposed that all those members of the society who were given titles by the Britishers should surrender these titles, and the government services should be boycotted, like army, police, courts, etc. And they should also, they should means here the Congress should also uh, boycott the legislative council elections. Actually, there was legislative council where the Indian members were also elected to form policies for India, uh, and Congress and other parties used to stand in these elections. They fight for the seats and they could become the member of the legislative council. So Gandhiji said that we are not, as we are not supposed to cooperate them, so we should also um, not participate in these legislative council elections. Also, he said that schools and colleges should be boycotted by the students, and foreign goods, as he has been already being said for a very long time, should not be used. Then, in the case the government will use repression, a full civil disobedience campaign would be renounced. So, this was the plan of Gandhiji when he proposed this non-Khilafat cooperation in the Calcutta session. He proposed that this should be the way of carrying this movement. Finally, at the Nagpur session, because as I told you earlier, that in the Calcutta session there were dissent between Gandhiji and other Congress leaders. But now in the Congress session of Nagpur in December 1920, a compromise was worked out with all the other leaders, and it was decided that the non-cooperation program will be adopted and this movement will be launched. So there are two sessions which are very important. The Calcutta session of 1920, which was held in the month of September, and then the same year in 1920 there was another session at Nagpur, where this non-cooperation was finally adopted. Now, these are a few pictures. You have some homework to do. I hope you will do it very soon and send it on my WhatsApp number. Thank you, students, for being with me. We will uh, take this lecture series further in the upcoming videos. Thank you so much.